Okay, great to see you guys. Okay, yeah. Wait a sec. Yeah, okay, that's much better. All right, fantastic. I'm very happy to see you all again. So switch on your cameras and let's get ready. And maybe at 6:05 p.m. Okay, so we'll give everybody 4 minutes or so to catch up. Join the meeting, and after that we can start coding. I actually very much liked the versions that Tristan and Byron posted. I was just like I said in the post, I was just clicking to see, let's read the code. I actually didn't expect to see a working app, and it was really cool. I don't know how many of you have actually given it a shot. How many of you have played the game that either Tristan or Byron has posted? Yeah, you tried it, Aiden. You didn't? No, no.
No, I just kind of looked through comments. I haven't checked the Reddit in a day or two.
You should absolutely play the game. Okay, you should play the game. Everybody should play the game. I think Enzo, you tried one of the games. Yes, yeah, you even posted a comment. Yeah, everyone should try it. I mean, if you're not writing it yourself, you should at least look at what other people have written. And so, that's one of the ways in which you can have much more fun in this class, as well as actually learn all this material, which is like super duper important. Okay, we actually go through all of these in class because it is, these are essential skills to learn for programming in any language, not just C++, but our focus is C++. But also they are, very useful to you down the track. Okay, regardless of what you do, even if you decide to use AI to code, that is not going to cut it. You have to be in a position where you can read the code given by AI, understand what it's trying to do, ask clarifying questions, and all of those in order to get the best, bring your vision to life, whatever you have in mind. Because I say this because if you look at this game that, in fact, what we'll do today is basically pick up the game that either Tristan or Byron posted, and we'll develop one more level 3 maybe, and make some more improvements to it, because I think it's really catchy. But the other thing I wanted to say was I am sure that you can easily turn this after a couple more, add a couple more levels, just like what we've been doing in increasing levels of complexity, and just release it for free on the Android or iOS store as a mobile app. No, for no free ad, no cost at all, and no ads built in, and no snooping and things like that. It's very easy to implement and just release in a matter of days in the App Store, and you'll get a kick out of just seeing how many installs it's getting, right? Or how many people are actually trying it out and saying, well, I didn't expect anything, but I got hooked, which is, I was very surprised and to be like that. So you will find out it's actually fun to do these things. So I'm pretty sure there are people on campus who can teach you how to put these mobile apps together. Or there's tons and tons of excellent tutorials. You can also use ChatGPT for help. Especially if you have a Mac, there's no reason why you shouldn't develop an iOS app. Okay, because Xcode is set up for these things. You can actually use Xcode and the AI to generate the basic app code for this, and just release it in the store. As your first app is to be a Meanie. All right, on the App Store. Everybody wants to download and talk about Meanie, right? And if you cross all of the levels, level 1 all the way up to level 7, you can say, congratulations, you are now an official Meanie. Okay, all right. So yeah, people just can't be mean without earning the right to be so, right? So this app will give you the right to be mean. Well, not mean, but a meanie. Okay, it's kind of cool. We lucked out that mean has two meanings, as the average as well as attitude. So it's kind of cool. All right, so you should take that to your advantage and play that into what you're going to create and release. Because I say that because many times I've seen people who are browsing the App Store, if there are what is it? Either if there are ads, or if it is going to what are these things that you buy inside of the game, in-game purchases and things like that, they won't give it a shot. Okay, it's not worth their time. But however, if it was just a plain app and you just install it and delete it, like a compass or something like that, many people will just give it a shot. Okay, especially if it's, it's like Sudoku, if you think about it, okay? Sudoku looks for, spatial identification skills, but this will actually, and by the way, I realized, some of the people that were commenting on Byron's app or Tristan's app, I don't know which one it was, they were saying, oh, you know what, you need to increase the timeout to 5 seconds, more than 5 seconds and things like that. I actually think you should keep it at 5, okay? Because, if it doesn't work out, you can start the game again. However, the reason I think so is because as I was playing one of those games, I realized that there is actually a strategy, okay? People can come up with strategies, which is not immediately obvious, that will let you get, through these levels, okay? Maybe not ace all of the levels, but you'll get better and better at it. So it'll, and I think we'll try it today, okay? We'll play it and we'll try it. So I would like to start off by just reviewing the code that either Byron or Tristan posted. It doesn't matter which one. We'll just take that and make the necessary changes. And we'll go with that, okay? But before that, I want to make sure that everybody understands all parts of the code, okay? So we'll start with main and say, well, do you guys have any questions? And then we'll say, all right, this is what main does step by step. And this is, this function is being called. Do you understand what the function does? So we'll go look at the function and so on. We'll make sure everybody's on the same page. Okay, everybody understands what is being written, and then we'll start adding to it. I'm thinking that today we should at least try 2 more levels to this game. One of them should be, you tried 3 numbers already. The next one should be a matrix of 9 numbers. Okay, 3 by 3. Okay, that is level 3 maybe, and then the level after that, we'll say it's the same 3 numbers, but they will flash and disappear after 5 seconds, or a certain number of seconds. And then you have to keep your memory of those numbers and type it in. Yeah. And I don't know if you should put a timer and all. I can show you how to do a timer. If we have time, I'll show you. It's not in the syllabus of CS2A, but it's actually very simple. All you have to do is, all these systems that you use today are multitasking. So you need a signal, a system call in your program that says, well, you know what? Make a clone of yourself. There's 2 of you now. Bam, like that. Fork yourself into 2. Basically, one program becomes 2 running simultaneously, writing to the same resources too, right? Writing to the same area on the screen and all. And they're running simultaneously. So you can use the other one of them, let's say parent and child. You can say the parent is now just the only responsibility of the parent is to keep updating a timer, every second, bam, 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 like that. And the child just goes on with the normal logic. So that'll work. If any of you understand what I'm talking about, you can just do it on your own and talk about it in the forums. Where's Raphael? He's like a Linux guy, so he should know this. But if anybody else here knows about Unix and Linux and system calls, you should just say, well, you know what? Let's not talk about it. I'll do a version and explain it in the forum post, okay? And say, hey, this is how I do a timer. And it's actually very simple. Okay, very simple. That's why we're not going to spend time in class talking about those things. If we have time at the very end, I'll show you how to, split your process into 2 and have one update the screen while the other is going through the normal logic of the game. Okay, but that's essentially what it is. Okay, do you guys have any other questions before we launch into the actual coding today? It is 6:10. Okay, so I think it's a good time for us to enter coding. And by the way, get the message across to the other people who are absent somehow. I don't know. Maybe run into them on campus or on the forum and so on. Right now, people who are absent in class lose 4 participation points every week. Okay, so the maximum they could ever get is 6, even if they did their best. That's if they did their best. Okay, in the forums, have some really cool and insightful posts and all these things. But if you're absent in class, they only get 6. Okay, because being present in class is actually essential for this, especially since you're being asked to volunteer and code and participate, forced to participate in the coding aspect. Okay, all right. How about today? Let me see. Well, Saminka hasn't coded. Saminka, have you coded? You haven't coded, yeah?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Asmita, you coded. Did you code? Okay, all right. So I think yeah, those 2 on the second row for me. We'll go with the 2 of them. Okay, next week, hopefully, I don't know, Murray, you coded last class, yes, on Tuesday?
No, Professor.
Oh, you didn't either? Okay,
No.
so next Tuesday, we'll have Mir, Jesse, you coded. I know, I think I remember you coded. Andrew, you coded last class, yeah? Mohammed, you coded. Barsha, did you code, or was it just the binary to hexadecimal you worked on?
Yeah,
You coded, or was it just the numbers?
it's just the numbers.
Just the numbers. Okay, so we have Mir, Varsha, Sumit didn't code. I think Fatima, you coded. Andre, you coded too. Yeah. All right. So after we've covered these 4 people, everybody will now get a second chance to code. And then in the second part, we'll be coding more exciting projects. Okay. I'm pretty sure, right? Already, I think, the first couple have actually been pretty interesting projects. And this is like week 4. It's just the end of week 4, right? We're going to be into week 5. And we haven't looked at objects and classes and things like that, even functions. So we'll have an opportunity to bring in more power into what we're trying to do. Okay. I'll try and remember some past projects that we've done in class that were exciting. If not, we'll come up with new ideas. Okay. Like, the past 2 were basically just new ideas for this quarter. So we'll try and do that. Oh, Sophia. Yeah. All right. I see someone is sleeping. You want to be quiet? Sophia, were you telling us to be quieter? I thought you said
No, I was telling that to my child to make quiet because
okay.
I was logging in and they were
I thought you were looking
shouting.
at the camera, so I thought, okay,
No.
be quiet because my child
No,
is
no,
sleeping.
I was saying to be quiet because I will log in and they were shouting and I was not in mute, so they you will get scared.
It's okay. Even if your child screams, they're not going to be louder than we are in class. So
Don't say that.
All right. Okay. Great. By the way, you coded. Did you coded once in class? No, you haven't coded. Yeah. So, Sophia.
I coded once last week. It was last week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So just the 4, and then we'll recycle everybody. Okay. How about today? Hey, where is Saminka? Yeah, Saminka. Right. When you're ready, pick up either Byron's code or Tristram's code. In fact, you know what? Byron does colors and also he's probably sending extra escape characters. We don't want to go into the detail of that in case someone asks, what are these? So why don't we go with Tristram's code? Yeah, because he's just doing black and white right now. Yes, Tristram? Okay, so what Byron is doing is just made the screen more pretty and added colors and things like that. It's jazzy. I would highly recommend that you look through the code that Byron has written and also see how he changes the color, which is really cool. Because if you want to do something like this, you've got to do color changes and all, right, to make it jazzy and fun. So you can find out how to do that. But we'll go with Tristram's version. So Saminka, when you're ready, open a Chrome or something. What is your machine, by the way? Is Zoom or PC or Mac?
It's a Mac.
It's a Mac. Great. Okay. All right. So in fact, the other thing I was going to suggest was we're not going to futz around with Windows and the calls that are unique to Windows, like Windows.h and this Chrono Sleeps. Obviously, it's possible. We are just going to do everything in the cloud in Unix, like on online GDB. Right. And a Mac is not a big deal because Mac is also fine. But still, I would prefer if we don't use Xcode or VS Code and just keep everything in the cloud, online GDB, so that URL, other people can also just click on the URL and follow it as you're coding.
Yep.
I think it'll be great fun. Yeah. So click on Tristram's code, and then we'll fork it, and then we'll try. Before we edit it, let's just scroll through the code, go to the main part. We'll ask, does anybody have any questions and clarifications? We'll take care of those things, and then step by step, we'll make sure that everybody understands everything before we take that to the next level.
To share my screen once I pull it up.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
And I think a couple of things that we wanted to change, we'll change them too. Make sure it's a private window. This is a private incognito. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and this is Tristram's code. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about you click on fork this, the green button, and then we'll get a copy that we can edit. All right. Now, if you click that orange button at the top, that's share, you get that URL, and take that URL and paste it in chat so that other people can click at it and click on it and then basically look at your code as you're editing it. And from time to time, other people can hit refresh so that they'll get the most recent version of the code that Saminka is making. Okay, great. So let's go to main and take a look at main and make sure that everybody understands every line of main. This is at the very end, if I remember correctly. Okay, all right. Okay, so does everybody understand what srand and time null pointer do? Yeah, all right, let me, great, let me maximize my screen. Okay, so I get more of you here. Okay. Okay, that's much better. Okay, that's much better. All right, okay. Now, so he's got 4 variables and he's just initializing those variables to some values. In fact, what we'll do is what we wanted to do before. Let's not start at level 0. We'll start at level 1. Okay, and then change the cases also. Cases, case 1, case 2, case 3. More human friendly, to start at 1 rather than 0. Okay, so that's 3 levels. Okay. All right. So, and you can get rid of the blank line above the switch statement because, yeah, and then you can get rid of. Oh, you actually got a comment there. Case 3. Oh, I see. We have case 3 in comments. Yeah, you can get rid of the comment because Tristan actually implemented that. Okay. You know what? No, put it back. I think it's case 4. Make that case 4 because the case 4. And then I think the statement, there was a cout statement there. And it basically says you got to cout no more levels until CS2A students make them. Okay, so you get rid of the comment, make it not comment. Okay, and then you're going to, instead of score equals play, get rid of the whole line, and instead you're going to say cout. All right, cout, left shift, and within quotes you're going to say, congrats, you are officially a meanie. No, congrats, a full stop or something, and then, yeah, full stop. You are officially a meanie. No, MEANIE. Okay, and capital M because it's really a proper noun. It's it's not mean. Okay, and then no, after the full stop, say no more levels until CS2A students make them. And then endl at the end, endl, left shift endl. No, left shift. Okay, all right, and then the default is break. Okay.
Did you want me to change the max level to 4?
Oh yeah, max level to 4. Thank you. And then there should be if level less than. Oh, that should be if level less than max level. Why did we have that? Why did we have that check? If level less than max level, it's never going. It's got to be between one of those. Yeah. So you can get rid of the if level less than max level. But no, we need the total score plus equals score. Yeah, and just put it there. And then, yeah, in unindent, bring it, line it up. Yeah, okay, update score, total score. Okay, great. And then if score equals 0, I see, this is what, I think, Enzo or someone was suggesting, is if score is 0, don't kick them out of the game completely. Let them go on to the next level, except that, you know what, let's kick them out right now. You can make a version in which, because we only have 3 levels, if you just keep getting them through, make them sweat it out and, be persevere and say, I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to clear that level because, make them work for clearing a level, which is actually to get faster. It's actually possible. Okay. And I'll show you how to do that, or my strategy anyway. Okay. My strategy. And I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with your own strategies too. Okay. All right. Let's, shrink the code a bit since, level less than 2. Oh, hang on. Oh, why? Oh, you're only saying you took longer than 5 seconds.
I did that because it had to be output on a different row for the level where it's a 3x3 matrix. So I centered
Oh,
it
I see. Oh, you did the 3x3
low.
matrix too?
Yeah.
But you can't have, if oh, I see. Oh, I see. No, I think even for the 3x3, we should only give 3 seconds. Okay. Everything is just 5 seconds. You got to develop a strategy. You only got 5 seconds. So yeah, get rid of that level less than 2. Right. I think it should always be. In fact, yeah, we don't need that. If score equals 0, exit 0. I think that's it. You get rid of, yeah. I think we shouldn't be so easy on the user, Tristan. Okay, make them work for it. Even if it's the 3x3 matrix, they got to get it right in 5 seconds. All right, get rid of the curly braces because it's just one statement, exit 0. Okay. All right, and then plus level. It's going to do the next one. Get rid of the blank line above plus level. Okay, return 0. I thought, yeah, he does have everything in a loop. Okay, that is really cool. All right, now so far this is main, right? I want to make sure that everybody understands main. We'll look at the individual functions very quickly now, but is everybody okay on board with what main does? Okay, raise your hand if you're good with that. Well, all right, a few, all right. Who does not? Well, I think that's the question I should ask. Who is not comfortable with this? Raise your hand. All right, if there's any hands up, then we won't. I'll try and explain things before moving on. Everybody okay with this? No hands raised means everybody's okay. Yeah?
Wait, I have one quick question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So basically the if score equals 0 or was entirely meant to do if you took longer than 5 seconds and it sets the score equals 0.
By the way, score is never going to be 0 because we're using a real valued function. Yes?
Yeah, so that's the thing though, is that it's like it has a
No, I don't
horizontal
think we had score
asymptote.
equals 0 before. I think we had something
the
like
reason
score
why
less
we
than
had
0.1.
that thing, that thing is because after we take longer than 5 seconds, you set the score equals 0. So I think we should keep in the center text in row. Sorry, you took longer than 5 seconds to show that it was 5 seconds was the reason why they lost, not because their guess was far.
Yes, we'll do that. But I think we say that in the level itself, in the play level, we say, you took 6 seconds, and not 5 or something like that. We have some text coming up there, so we'll put it there. Okay. Now, but however, change this to if score less than 0.1. Okay, 0.01. Right. I think if it's less than 0.01, that is the end. Not equals 0. It should be less than 0.1. Less than less than 0.01. Okay, if score is less than 0.01, you would actually exit the game. We can do a C out and exit. So put the curly brace there. Curly brace, and then put a C out on the next line. Yeah, C out. Sorry, you didn't do well enough in the previous round to advance in the previous round. Okay, sorry, you didn't do well enough to advance to the next round. Okay, all right. Next level. I think next level, and then Endel after that. Yeah. Okay, it does that, and then the curly brace should go after the exit. All right, and then get rid of the blank line, and yeah, there you go. Okay, excellent. All right, and then you go plus level, and then return 0 at the end. Okay, that's great. Now, since everybody's happy with this, let's look at play level 0 first. Okay, and make sure that everybody understands what it's trying to do, right? If level is, well, hang on, one sec. Oh, it's level. Now we should also change this to, play level 1, play level 2, play level 3. The function calls on 215, 217, and so on. No, that should be 1.
Oh, I see.
Play level 1, play level 2, and play level 3, and also the corresponding function names up there. Okay, so up when the functions are defined, you got to call them play level 1, play level 1, and so on. Okay, further up, a lot. Yeah, all right. Now change that. Okay, all right. So change that. You can go a little bit more up, and I think that's play level 0. Yeah, make that play level 1. Okay, make that play level 1. Something funky has happened to your screen, I think. Yeah. Okay. And then there's a play level 2. Make that play level 2, 3. The next one should be play level 1. Make that 2. Why is that coming up? Why is that message coming up? Maybe is it because someone is no? How could that message be coming up here?
Yeah, every time I click on something, it just comes up. Yeah.
Oh, every time you click on something. Let's try this, okay? All right, let's try this. Command A and copy the whole thing. Command A and copy the whole thing. All right. Now, just open a new tab, go to online GDB. Don't kill this yet. Don't kill this yet.
It's like
Open a new tab. Yeah, Command T.
Command Z,
Command T. Command T.
Command T.
All right. Now paste the URL. No, no, not the yeah, online GDB. Go to online GDB. Yeah, and then paste that code here. Paste that code here. Command A and then paste. Yeah. All right. Now share that orange URL because this is the one that is the most recent one. I'm pretty sure that this would not. Oh, you still have that problem when you click?
Oh no, I don't.
Okay.
Right
So
now.
I think something in the JavaScript context in the other tab got corrupted. So now you can kill the other tab so it doesn't confuse anybody. The other tab, the first one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the bar from Zoom. There we go.
Oh, okay. All right. So now let's go to play level 0 and make sure that everybody understands this. Yeah, you can actually click that close add so that it'll stop the video and all. It's probably taking up a bunch of your bandwidth too. Okay. All right, play level 1, play level 1. Okay, what does it do? It clears the screen, it prints the headers, okay, update score, and then level 0, chooses 2 random numbers, and it shows the 2 numbers are okay. All right, and then it calculates the mean, and then finds the, oh, I see. It says, guess the mean. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is a bit we wanted to change. So we'll change this before we, start asking students, everybody else for questions here. Okay. What we want to do, if TS2 minus TS1 greater than 5, yeah, before the return 0, on the previous line. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Now you can say tab in and say center text in row. How many? Where shall we say this? Row 10. Guess the number. Okay, so row 12. Row 12. Right. Row 12. No. Open parentheses and then 12 comma. And then here you're going to say sorry, full stop. You took space, and then outside you can say plus. Outside the plus 2 string, and then within parentheses you're going to say TS2 minus TS1. Within parentheses, you can actually get rid of the space before the open parentheses. We'll save some horizontal space. You got the space after the center text in row as well. You can get rid of that space also. Okay. All right, and then plus on the end. And then open quotes and you say S for seconds. S space instead of instead of you can instead of you can say not. Okay, 5 what is it? Yeah, after the S put a comma space not 5. Not 5S, 5S. Okay, and get rid of the instead of and close the thing. Okay, now this will cover the point that Enzo brought up, saying, well, you know what, it'll tell you how many seconds, and then the sorry message is also buried here. Okay, so this is clear. Absolute difference 10 over okay, and score is if the score is less than 10. Oh, it says if the score is less than 10. Oh, hey, Tristan, you're going for exact match? You're saying, you know, they got to hit the nail on the head to go to the next level. Is that what you're saying there?
Well, I think I just did it differently. So I just say I say sorry, like regardless of whether they get it or not, but then it updates the score. Um,
I see. Okay. Well,
yeah, I just
we'll
like
change
kind of
this
code it a
logic
little differently.
slightly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's change this logic slightly to align with what I think would be more addictive, right? So here, what we're going to say is if score is if the score is, in fact, we're going to move that message, you know, that 0.1 thing here, we'll move the message here. If score is less than 0.1, if score is less than 0.1, okay, 0.1. Yeah, on the next line, you're going to say center text in row 12. Sorry, you didn't do well enough to advance to the next level. Okay, and then you're going to return 0. And you can have, you know, and also we're going to change that this sleep.sleep because it's not a Windows machine. We're actually going to use sleep. Okay, which will make it so much simpler. Okay, all right, you know, and then close the quote and the parentheses. Oh, I see. You want. Oh, I see. You didn't do well enough to advance to the next level. Yeah, we'll do one more. Okay. All right. So yeah, close it first. Close the parentheses. Close the parentheses there. Yeah, close the parentheses there. Close the parentheses. No, yeah, or you did. Yeah. Close the parentheses. Semicolon. Yeah, enter. And then you say center text in row 13. Okay, 13, you're going to say, that's the next row, yeah? You guessed, toString guessed mean, but the actual mean was, oh, you know, you guessed, yeah, instead of, yeah, and to the end, you can say plus instead of this guy.
You mean like what the
Yeah,
actual
say plus, instead of, within quotes, instead of, and then space before instead. Yeah. Yeah, space. So space there, space. Plus toString. What does the actual mean? Where is the actual mean? We're calculating the actual mean somewhere. Instead of, yeah, instead of mean. There it is. See it, instead of mean. Okay. All right. Now you can close. No, I think you need two parentheses. One more. All right. Semicolon. Okay. So now this will basically say, well, you know, you didn't. If your score is less than 0.1, that means you're too far away. This is the mean you got, and this is the actual mean. It's too far away. That's why you didn't advance. Okay. Now I think he put in a sleep for 3 seconds. We'll just change that to just sleep 3. Okay, so we're still going to have that nice effect that Tristan put in there, meaning that you need a bit of time for people to read and digest the message. On line 93. Line 93, get rid of that line, and instead you're going to say sleep 3. Okay, 3. Okay, semicolon. Now let's go to the top and change all the header files, because I think this is going to be Unix style, right? Not Windows style. So instead of windows.h, get rid of that line 13 altogether. Get rid of the line 13 altogether. Yeah. And then, no, put the blank line can be there. In fact, group the IO manip along with IO stream. Yeah. Group the IO manip along with IO stream. Yeah, and get rid of you know, chrono and thread. No, we need that one. I think we need that one. What is it? Yeah, we need IO manip. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's right. So you can get rid of the first 3. Also thread and chrono we don't need, but we need vector. However, we need unistd.h, which is a Unix standard. That is where sleep and I think also usleep are declared. So yeah, UNI. That's a Unix standard. I think that's what it's called. Okay, it's actually forgotten. UNISTD.h. Okay, .h. And then I think we need one more include file. Also close that. On the next line, you can say hash include CSTDLIB. Okay, C, that is a C standard library. And I think maybe that's where rand and all these other things are declared. So we'll get that too, including sleep and including sleep maybe. All right. All right. Okay, great. So now let's go back to our, play level 1. We'll make sure that everything is buttoned up. Oh, how come it's happening again? That's funny. Okay. Well, you know what? After level 1, we'll, you can pass this on to Sumit, who hasn't coded. He also has his hands up. Okay. And then hopefully he will not have this error. So after you're done with this, okay.
I had a
So-
question.
Yeah,
sorry,
sure. Go
Professor.
ahead.
I had a question regarding the normalization we are doing here.
Mm-hmm.
On line 88, we say
Yes.
abstuff equal to guess mean minus mean divided by 500. So
Yeah, 500 is the 500 is the expected mean of numbers drawn randomly from 0 to 1,000. Yes.
Yeah.
In a normal, in a uniform distribution, but
Correct.
even if it's normal,
Yeah.
500 would be the expected mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're going to say that the mean that is guessed by the user is going to be between 0 and a 500, is between 0 and a 500 difference. The absolute value of the difference is going to be, from 0, which is head on, to up to 500 different, which is, to either extreme.
Okay.
And we're dividing that by 500 to actually turn that into a number from 0 to 1.
Yeah.
And then applying an exponential decay, meaning that, it's not linear. You still get points even if you are that far away. No, you got to be close to get the point. That's why we got the e to the x curve. So it gives you high points if you're close, but then the further away you are, it tapers away sooner into 0. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Would that need to be changed, for instance, if we were considering 3 numbers or 9
No,
numbers?
I think not. Okay. Because we're in the next level, we're going to do a matrix of 9 numbers now.
Okay.
Yeah. But no matter what, the expected mean is always going, gee, okay. The expected mean of numbers drawn in random, any number of numbers, whose range is all 0 to 1,000, the expected mean is going to be 500, no matter how many numbers. Yes?
Yeah, I'll have to think about it, but
Yeah.
for now,
Anyway, someone should think about this and say, hey, we just took something for granted, but this is the reasoning behind it. Okay. So if I pick a random number, the average is going to be 500. But the random number is 0 and 1,000. The average is I don't know how many of you are doing statistics. Okay. If I just pick a number randomly from 0 to 1,000, on average, I'll get 500, regardless of how many times I pick. Okay. Meaning that the more times I pick, obviously, it's going to be more accurate.
Yeah.
But the expected value is going to be 500.
correct. Does that mean that, let's say if you draw one random number, then second one, depending on how far away these were, it might penalize some runs?
Well, you only get one chance for each set of numbers. You don't get 2 chances.
Okay.
Is that your answer? Is that your question? You're saying, well, do you get 2 chances from the same set of numbers?
No, my question was, let's say if the 2 random numbers we picked were such that their mean was not close to 500.
Right. Okay. So it's far away from 500. Okay. Yeah. Let's say it's far away from 500.
Yeah. In those
Yeah.
cases,
Well, okay. So it may happen. It may happen that we pick numbers that are far away. I see your point. What if the actual mean is far from? No, I think that's okay because well, okay, certainly it's worthy of thought. I need to think about this too. My gut feeling is that it shouldn't matter because the difference, what we're doing is just, we're not using the actual value. We're taking the difference between the actual value and the guess. That difference is what we're trying to say has got fall between 0 and 500.
okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, all right, okay. Well, you had me for a second there because I thought it was not going to work. But certainly it's totally worthy of more thought and actually formalizing this into make it less hand wavy and say, well, this is why it works. Okay, some kind of statistical proof behind it. It'll be nice. But I think that's the gut feeling behind. Okay, sleep 3. Okay, all right. So is everybody happy with, oh, let's go to main and we'll change main because this is actually doing some output, right? So let's go to main. All right. So in fact, we did not do, no, further down. Yeah. We didn't do this, okay? I think if score is less than 0.1, you can get rid of that thing. You can get rid of the sorry, because you already gave the message. Get rid of it. Yeah, and then get rid of the curly braces too. Someone asked a question in the forum saying, is exit 0 faster than return 0? Okay, fantastic question. Okay, you should totally think about it and answer. Okay, exit is a function call. Return is just saying I'm a function, I'm done. Give control back to whoever called me. Okay, so I didn't answer it because I have a chance to talk about these things when we talk about functions and their implementation and what goes on behind the scenes. But that's a very good question to ask. Okay, all right. So 235. Now let's go back to level 0 again. We'll see if it does the right thing. All right. It prints that and returns 0, and the other one is less than 0.1. Oh, sleep 1. Sorry, you didn't do well enough to advance to the next level. All right, now that should return 0. That should return 0. Instead of sleep 3, it returns 0 because the game is going to end. You don't need to sleep. Yeah, you should just say return 0 there. Because both of those are failures, right? More than 5 seconds and getting it too far away, both of those are failures. Otherwise, if score equals 10, you can say, hooray, you hit the nail on the head. Okay, so hooray, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. Well, we should basically also say 10 points, I think, isn't it? Yeah, if score equals 10. Will it ever be 10? I don't think it will ever be 10, okay? If score is greater than 9.9, okay? I think greater than 9.9. Because the floating point number, it's never going to be exactly 10. It'll be some, 10.01 or, 9.99, like that. So we're just checking. Instead of 10, you're going to say if score is greater than 9.9. All right. Who?
Greater than is.
Greater than.
Oh, right.
Yeah, greater than, not less than. Greater than, less than 9. Greater than. Is that greater than? Okay, it is greater than. I can't see, but I'll assume it is greater. Yeah, it is. Okay, right. Center text, and you can, instead of saying "hooray, well done," okay, "hooray, well done," "hooray, well done," "hooray, well done." And then you can also say what the actual score. You guessed. All right. So yeah. So hooray, well done. Get rid of the after that. No, instead of you hit the nail on the head, you can say you said. Colon space 2 string. What was it? 2 string guessed mean. 2 string guessed mean. Plus. And then start code. The answer was. I think you need a full stop and then space and then capital T. Full stop, space, capital T, right? The answer, the mean was, I think it's shorter. The mean was, and 2 string mean. Okay, all right. So if it's greater than 0.9, you're going to say well done and do this. Otherwise, it's going to increase the score. Okay. Oh yeah, thread sleep 4. Make that sleep 3. Okay, sleep 3. Sleep 3. Okay. All right. And then it returns the score. Okay. Is everybody clear on what this fragment of the code does? If you have any questions at all about whether this is going to work, or I don't know how this works, raise your hand and ask so that we'll help you out. Or spend more time on the parts here that are unclear before moving on. Is everybody okay with this? Right? If you are not okay, if there's anything here that you don't understand, please ask. Okay, all of you. Hey, Mir, are you here? Mir? Okay. Yeah. Are you good with the score? This code so far? Yeah. Everybody okay? Everybody okay?
I'm gonna say real quick on line 92.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Tristan.
There's like remnants of the old code on line 92.
Line 92, what is it?
You can just get rid
Oh,
of
yeah,
round.
yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Is everything else okay? Are other things okay?
That looks good.
Okay, great. Let's go to level number 1 now. Okay, level 2. Right now, try and incorporate the changes we've made in level 1 into the. How about this? Okay. Now this I will leave with you guys. What time is it now? Maybe I'll, because before I run out of time for you to code on your own, it is 6:47. How about if I give you 15 minutes, okay? And raise your hand if you think this is correct. This is good for you, okay? This is good enough, right? 15 minutes, 6:47 until 7 p.m. You are going to adapt. What is this, level 2? Is this the next level?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, you're going to write this level, which is 2 numbers, almost the same as level 1, almost the same. The only difference is going to be where you present the 2 numbers. It's going to be 2 numbers instead of 1, okay? And calculating the mean. Was it 2 numbers? No, you already gave 2 numbers. This one is 3, is it? This one is 3 numbers. Yeah, this one is going to be 3 numbers instead of 2, okay? So you're going to do exactly the same as before, but it's going to be 3 numbers instead of 2. Is that okay? Can you do this? But you're going to adapt it, meaning, all the comments and the cout statements and all of these things, sleep and everything's got to be changed. It's got to be the same as the previous one, except for it's 3 numbers instead of 2 numbers. Simple change. Everybody should be doing this on their own browser. Okay, take that URL, code it on your own. At the very least, you should follow along with, what, actually, by the way, we should hand over at this point, okay? Actually, I forgot. Samika, you were coding before, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you should do is share the orange URL. And who was going after you? Was it Mir? Mir, are you, who was going after you? Was it Sumit? Sumit, you were the one who was scheduled to go after Saminka, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Sumit, and then after Sumit, we can have Asmita go. Asmita, you didn't code too, right? You were on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you, Asmita can pick up. But you can pick out orange URL, fork the code, and then you are going to, with the help of other people, okay? When you are cutting code, don't code, ask other people, what should I do next, okay? And they may say, scroll up, scroll down, and so on. You can just function in the pure capacity of a typist, okay?
Yeah.
Don't do any changes of your own. That way you will force everybody to participate and not just, look, oh, okay, Sumit is doing something, let me just stare at it, It doesn't totally work. You'll be the only person who is actually getting any benefit out of that. So don't code, just be the typist and force the other people to say what to type, okay? You can scroll up and down. That's what's going to happen, okay? So 15 minutes, I'll be back at 7:05 or something like that. I'm just going to be behind the computer. But I want to hear you guys talking, okay? Talking about code, getting excited, making changes, maybe even running it and seeing it crash and saying, oh, you know what, I don't know what the hell happened, let's reverse things. All of that is fine as long as, you're talking about code, okay? That's the important thing. I'm just going to be here. So don't think I've disappeared. So I'm right here, so you should talk.
Hey, can you see my screen?
You can see it.
So we were going to work on, we already worked on level 1. We're going to work on level 2. Fork this. Okay. So what do you guys think we should start working on? Does this sound good? Working on level 2?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so looks like we still have this score less than 10 here. Comparing this with the previous code, this could be the change we could start by making. Score less than 0.1. Sorry. Okay, does this look good?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay. Let's set it to 0.1, just like we did before. And I guess the mean here, the name of the variables is the same over here and over here. And
Does the score save after every level?
the score is returned from here, and I think it's used for accumulating into the total score. If we go back here in main, we can look at this. So it's returned from each of these levels and it's being accumulated into this total score. And there's a check here as well. If it's less than 0.1, we just exit and we print the message at each level about what the reason for the exit was. So this check is essentially repeated in each of the levels. And what else do you think? What else do you guys think we should start changing?
I think everything is pretty much the same except for there's another number. So it looks.
One thing maybe we should change is when we do on, let me see, around line 140, we have, or line 135 for you.
Yeah.
It's if score is less than 0.1, we say you didn't get enough to advance to the previous level or to advance to the next level.
Yeah.
But then at the very bottom of our code, we do if the score is less than 0.01. So we should make them both the same, I think.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so just delete 0.
Thank you so much. Okay. Essentially, the remaining part of this check, it seems that for the 3x3 matrix case, we could just repeat the same what we did in line number 136, replicating the same thing over here.
What happens if we run it?
That's a good question. Yeah, we could try running it. Greater than or equal to 9.9.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll go with 600. Okay. $140. Oh, I got lucky.
Nice job. That was awesome.
Yeah. Any other quick guesses? I'm gonna run this once more.
Looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Is it normal that the, like, you can see the green part, but it kind of overlaps with our code on the screen? Like, is there a way for us to change that?
I don't
Maybe
think
it's
so.
maybe it's dependent on the size of this printable console. So
Yeah, I guess just for like user interface wise, it's better if it doesn't overlap that.
What we could okay, I'm not sure why this green part prints immediately afterwards, but I'm suspecting that if we were running this in a terminal, we could get the size, number of rows and the number of columns at runtime. We could use some system calls to get the size of the screen and then accordingly lay out the text. I'm not sure why this happens, or maybe we could have cleared the screen. That's a good idea. What we could do is at the end of the program, we could, after printing the numbers, we could,
Yeah, you could do it before the return.
sorry?
I said you could probably put it before the return 0.
Yeah, or this is also another case where we exit from the program. So what we could do is here or clear screen. So in case of exit, the program ends, but it would not actually fall through to the return statement at line 240. So that's, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's kind of annoying.
Try running it now. Go with 500. Okay, it's going to get tougher and tougher for 15. Okay.
Why don't you add a sleep statement?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also a good idea where when it ends, we could. Did you mean sleep statement before we clear the screen or before we end the whole
Probably
program?
before you clear the screen.
Okay.
So you can read it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that worked. We were able to read the message, and then the program ended.
Yeah, we should probably change that C out statement that was in the switch.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it printed to the far off right end.
Yeah, you could probably do the say at or center text function. Wherever we want to print it. I don't know.
Say at, and what would be the row number?
Center text 15. Yeah, probably center text is better.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh, center text I think is better.
Okay.
Just because we don't have to come up with a column and everything.
And row number.
Uh, 15, 16?
I think 16.
16. Oh, I deleted the previous line, sorry. And what was that? Is this all that it takes? Only the row number?
Yeah.
I guess it'd be hard to test this directly, so I was wondering.
Oh wait, shouldn't that be in the default, not the case 4?
Oh yeah, sorry. Default breaks out of this.
Wait, why is it in default?
Oh, I guess it is in case 4, but it seems like it should be in default.
I don't think we need a default anyway in
I
this
think default
situation.
is just when it's like a number it's not expecting.
Yeah.
I think it still works fine if it's in 4. Real quick, I was gonna say like one small detail is that at the beginning of each function, I do like it's like a say at, and it says the level. But I think I just need to increase it by 1 for each function.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Sorry. 3, yeah. Okay, thank you so much for that. Any other thoughts we could do on that?
Maybe we can make it like all in one function instead of like 3 different
Yeah,
levels
that's what I
of
was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
it's a lot more efficient.
Yeah. How's it going? Yeah, that's one of the things that you could do when you develop your own version. You could say, well, you know what, the 3 levels are, in fact, there's going to be 4. We'll do one more level just like this, copy and paste. But one of the things you could do is basically turn it into one play function, which will take the level as a parameter. Okay, because a lot of the functionality is the same. You can try to refactor. It's basically just the same as factoring in math, right? So in math, for example, if you're given some equation saying 3x squared plus 4x, okay, and you want to factor it, you're going to factor the x out and say, well, it's x times 3x plus 4. Yes, because it's 3x squared plus 4, because x was common, you factored it out. So it's exactly the same here in programming. What you do is to reduce the footprint of the program, make the cognitive load less, and sometimes improve the logic and so on. You're going to look at different parts of the code and say, well, you know what, there's 160 lines, but 40, 40, 40, 40, very similar. So let me basically factor out all the common things, and you end up with, 4 times 10 lines as 40 lines, plus some overhead in each, you can write the whole thing in 50 lines. So left as an exercise for you guys, but we are going to do, I think, 2 more levels today because we have 1 more hour pretty much. Okay, which is basically, showing the matrix and things like that. And I think it should be, and we'll have an opportunity to play the game, hopefully. Okay, is level 2 done now? Have you guys done it? Is it exactly the same as the previous one in terms of the display and everything?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, now let's do level 3. Now, for level 3, first copy level 2 and put it there, and then we'll just change salient things about level 2 and make it level 3. Okay, so copy the whole of level 2. And by the way, you know what, Sumit, if you are okay with it, you can hand over to Asmita. Yeah. Or do you want to code some more? You'll also get a chance later on, right? It's not like this. Today's the only chance. If you want to code more, you can code more and then give it to Asmita. But otherwise, we'll just pass it on to Asmita now.
Yeah, I'm happy to pass it on.
Okay, great. Asmita, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so you just pick up the URL and then we'll go from there. Thank you, Sumit. And also, Saminka, where's Saminka? Hey, actually, you know what, Saminka, the camera is like, yeah, for me, because all the windows are like stamp sized, small. If your face is not up there, it's under the name bar. So I can't see you. Okay, great. Now, as soon as Asmita picks up this code, we'll just go with it, okay? And we're going to level 3 with Asmita.
Did you mean level 4? Because we've already done till level 3.
No, I think we did 1 and 2. Isn't it? We did 1 together. We did 1 with Saminka and you did level 2. Isn't it?
Yeah, we haven't done 3 yet.
Yeah, now we're going to do 3. All right, so click close add on the right, Saminka. Is this a private window? Is this a private window or is it your regular Chrome window, by the way? Saminka, can you hear Saminka? Asmita, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's a regular.
Yeah, all right. Make sure you open a private window, okay? So we don't want your social security accidentally coming up.
Okay, that should be good now.
No, we're still looking at the old one. So you need to kill this, go to this URL, and then share that window. Is this private? This is not private.
Yeah, it's private.
The one I'm looking at right now?
Let me stop sharing and reshare real quick.
Yeah.
I opened a new private one, but okay, yeah, it should be private now.
Yeah, so this one is private. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, all right. Fork it first so that you're able to edit it. Okay, again, dismiss the blue part. And also get the share URL and paste it in the chat window so other people can click it and they can follow along. Yeah, did you share it?
Yeah, I'm opening Zoom. Okay. Yeah, it should be. Sorry, 1 second. Zoom is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry. Zoom just crashed for me, but it should be good now.
All right, great. Okay, excellent. All right, so let's go to level 3. And we want to copy the whole of level 2 and paste it inside level 3.
Yeah.
No,
this is
level 2. Further up is level 2. Copy the whole of level 2, except for the not
right
that.
here.
Yeah, under from clear screen onwards, all the way to the return at the end.
Oops.
Return score. Yeah, copy it, and then go to the other one and select everything from srand all the not there. Oh, wait a sec. I think you copied the wrong thing. Did you paste it already?
No.
No, I think you copied the wrong thing because we have main. Oh, we haven't got a level 3 at all. You're saying. Oh, this is level 3. No, you want to copy level 2. Copy level 2. Oh, you have copied it, yes?
Yeah, I already copied.
Okay, now go to level 3 and select everything. Select everything in level 3, not main, level 3. Select everything.
This is
Yeah, inside the curly braces.
right here, yeah.
Yeah. After selecting everything, there you go. Now paste what you have.
Just below here.
Yeah, just hit command. Is this a PC or a Windows? It's a PC.
It's a PC, yeah.
Okay, all right. So Control V should get it.
Yeah.
All right. So now this is pretty much almost the same logic, right?
Yeah.
Where's level 3 now? We lost. No, we
It
lost
should
level
be-
3. Where's level 3?
It's above here.
Something is funky here. Hang on. It says, where did no, I think didn't we change? Under hooray, you got it. We also need that other thing. You guessed and you guessed. So you copy that line 192.
This whole thing.
Yeah, triple click. No, click 3 times quickly. 3 clicks on that line. Okay, now copy it. And now go to the end of, hit enter. And then Control A to go to the beginning and then paste. All right, now you have to backspace. No, Control, yeah, there you go. Yeah, one more backspace and then paste it. Okay, all right, now get rid of the blank line. And then instead of saying you guessed, and instead of, you're going to say the mean was, okay? The mean was. No. The you guess should be the same. You guess should be the same.
Oh, instead of, okay.
Yeah, and instead of say the mean was, okay? And then you need a full stop and then full stop before the mean was. And then a space and then a capital T. Full stop space capital T. All right, okay. So, and then instead of you got it, you can actually, now you can change that to you hit the nail on the head. I think that's much better. There's actually one more change that I wanted to do. And by the way, you need the exact same 2 lines in level 2 also, because you copied it from there, right? So this is probably the text in that one. So copy these 2 lines. Yeah, triple click on the one line and then drag down like that. You get both lines. No, triple click and then drag down without letting go.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Now copy them and then go to level 2, the corresponding place in level 2. Further up. No, level 2.
Above here.
And you got clear screen after that? Okay, yeah. All right. Now triple click on 140, drag down to, you know what? Well, there's a sleep and everything. I think we didn't do a, okay, all right. Yeah, we need to fix some more. Yeah, triple click and paste it, triple click. Yeah,
right
and
here.
paste it. In fact, the sleep 3, get rid of the sleep 3 there and put it before return score. No, hang on. Something is funky here, okay? if score is less than something changed here, okay? So if score is less than 0.1, it should return 0 there. It should return 0. It should sleep 3 and then return 0. Yeah, all right. No, if score is less than 0.1, that, you know, on line 137, go to line 137. Enter to the end and hit enter. To the end.
Sorry.
To the end of the line. Hit enter. And say return 0, right? Meaning, yeah, okay. So it's just going to end the game there. Return 0 semicolon. Now in the other case, because it's going to return 0, you don't need an if. Oh, actually, yes, you do.
Well, do
right?
you need to sleep there? Otherwise, you won't see the text.
Hmm?
I said if you just return 0, it's gonna end the
No,
game.
it's
without-
going to. It was an exit 0. I'm sorry. It was not a return 0. It's an exit 0. Actually, even if it's a return 0, you will see the text because it'll go to main. It's not going to clear the screen. No, exit parentheses 0. The 0 is in parentheses. And you can get rid of the space before the parentheses too. Why would it not see it if we had a return 0? It'll go to main and main will end the game. Yes?
Yeah, maybe.
So they will still see it.
We put the check for score is less than 0.1 and then sleep, I think, in the main.
I'm sorry?
We put the check for score is less than 0.1 and then sleep following that in the main function itself.
Oh, we put that in the main, but I thought we changed main so that main doesn't do any messaging. Everything is done in the levels. Go to main. I think we don't want to make too many changes and, you know, get totally confused. Go to main. I don't think we have any. I don't think we have any messaging here.
Yeah, the sleep part is below. If we
Further
go
down, further down, further down. Go further down. Oh, you do have I see. We do have I see. It does just does a sleep and then clear screen. Okay. Oh, I see. If it's less than 0.1. Oh, no, this shouldn't be there. I don't know why we had it here. Did you guys put it in there? I don't remember seeing it.
we added it.
We had a problem when we ran the code where like the screen showed, like it didn't clear the screen after. So then when you wanted, I don't know what the screen is called, like where it says like enter to
So let's
exit.
get rid of it.
And
And
there's overlap.
We'll fix it. Yeah. So get rid of it for now. All right. Get rid of it for now. So that explains all these other changes that happened, I think. Right. So get rid of, you know, the if score less than 0.1, sleep 5 and all, because if score is less than 0.1, the level will basically die anyway. Right. It'll say exit. Wouldn't it? Yeah. Yes or no?
I delete this too.
Yeah. I should get rid of that. Total score plus equals update scores. I see the issue. Because the level will update, and then it would not have updated the scores. No, but it's, you know, scores less than 0.1. That's when it's going to exit. Or if you took too long, it's going to exit. In either case, it doesn't need to update the thing. Otherwise, it'll update the score and then increase the level and go on to the next level. Okay, and then we have a sleep 5 clear screen. Why do you want to sleep 5 and clear screen before the game ends? If you just exit, it'll just be there on screen. You don't need to sleep 5 and clear screen.
We played the game and it didn't stay on the screen. That's why we added it.
Oh, what didn't say on the screen?
The last prompt that comes out, or like your score, it'll just end the game without showing you what it says.
That's surprising. Get rid of it. I want to see that happen. Maybe I can fix that with get rid of those 2 lines. No, we need the return 0.
These two.
Yeah, right. So the return 0. That's good. And then total score. Okay. So this is main. Now let's go to level 1, because I think if that changed, we need to fix that. Okay. Level 1. Okay, level 1. That's level 1.
Here.
Yeah. So level 1 will clear the screen, print headers, update the scores. Because you're getting past these things. Okay. Total score. Okay. And then say add level 1. Okay. All right. And then your numbers are, okay, those 2 numbers. Okay. And then it gets the mean. All right. Further down. And also you're doing cin greater than, right? At some point you should change it to get string and doing s string, right? S string stream, you extract the number. I showed you how to do that before. So that is what you should use. It's much better, right? So, and then that, okay. So if the score is less than 0.1, it's just going to exit right here. Okay. So then, you know, it'll just come out of the game and you can see everything there. So it's not going to clear the screen. Score is greater than 9.9. It'll say, well done. Okay. And then it'll sleep 3. That's where you need the sleep, because then after sleep, it's going to go back and it's going to return the score. And oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say before. Get rid of the else if, okay? Oh, no, we do need that. We do. I'm sorry. Okay. If score is less than, okay, else if it's, all right. So this will be any score that is between 0.1 and 9.9, right? It'll just return the score. Oh, I see. And you need the sleep before. I see. All right. Now take that sleep 3 and put it before return score. Okay. That will take care of it. Okay. Yeah. I think that was the issue that you guys were facing. All right. Yeah. And blank line before that, blank line before that. And then get rid of the curly braces for that if. No, it's okay. You can leave it there. That's fine. Okay. All right. So center text. Okay. So if the score is high, it'll say this. And you want exactly the same thing in the other level 2, right? And then we'll change level 3. Same kind of thing in level 2.
I had a question about
yeah, sure.
About line number in level 1 on line number, just where we put the return 0. So
where is it in return 0?
Yeah, on line number 92.
92, yeah.
Yeah, this is an exclusive condition, meaning if score is less than 0.1, it will return 0.
Yeah,
So
if the score is less than
else,
0.1, we're going to treat it as 0.
Then the else may not be required. I was wondering if we need the else here.
We need the, yeah, we don't need the else. Yes, you're right. Sumit, thank you. Right. Previously, I was thinking get rid of the entire else if. We just don't need the else, not, yeah, get rid of the else. It's redundant. Okay. Is that what you're asking? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. The else is redundant. Okay. It doesn't do any harm, but you're right. It should, there is no need to have it. Okay. Do the same thing in level 2 also. You see, already we're doing the same change in 2 different functions. It's all, you know, scope for you to refactor and say, all right, we're just going to have one function called play level, and it's given the level as a parameter. And inside it'll do mostly the same things, and this part is different. Okay, so you can write a single function. Thereby, you know, this is like 180 lines of code at the end of the day today with 4 levels. You can shrink it all down to less than 100 lines, 4 levels. Okay, because there's one function called, and it's very good practice for refactoring code in general. Okay, so it's taking less efficient code, not less efficient runtime, less efficient lexically, right? Too much repetition. Scope for errors and things like that. So just taking that and saying, well, you know what, I'm not in the mood to program today, meaning think about logic and, you know, convoluted use cases. So I'm just going to take some old code and refactor it to look better. For that, we always have time, right? It is one of those, you know, organizational bugs that people can give into, right? Feel that they're doing something useful when they're not actually doing something useful, okay? You know, rearrange things in the home and rearrange your furniture, okay? That kind of thing. You can do that with programs and say, well, you know what, I'm not in the mood for programming, but I want to do some semi-programming, meaning I get something out of it. They take some old code and just refactor it so it looks good and more, right? That is actually a very useful exercise. Even if you're not intellectually engaged with the code, being aesthetically engaged with the code actually improves your familiarity with the code and also increases the chances that you'll actually be, you know, mentally coding also. So I highly encourage all of you to do that. Refactor the code. All right, so now let's go to level 3. Okay, in level 3, same as level, yeah. So say in the comment 150, line 150 in the comment, you say same as level 2, but we get 9 numbers. Same as level 2, same as level 2. By the way, at some point you got to change the comment, same as level 0, same as level 1, and so on in front of the 2 functions. Don't do it now, right? We don't have time. Same as level 2, except that 9 numbers are present in a 3x3 matrix. Okay, great. Okay, so now let's go. Do you have a vector? Okay, vector size t num 9. Okay, how come we have a vector already? Did we have a vector in the previous level 2? In level 2, we shouldn't have had a vector. Go to level 2. Do you have a vector in there? No, we don't have a vector. So that's really cool. So you guys already decided did level. Oh, I see. No, maybe Tristan, you did level 3, right? How did we get the vector there? I didn't put the vector, and there's no level vector in level 2. But she just copied and pasted from there, and there's a vector declaration in level 3. Where did that come from? Scroll down to level 3, Asmita. You see that line 157. Where did that come from? Because she just pasted level 2 into this. Yes?
I'm
Or no,
pretty
Asmita?
sure we did that last
Yeah, we
meeting.
did that last class. We used a
Oh, that
vector
means
to
that
build
Asmita, you
one.
haven't copied and pasted level 2 into here.
I just copied and pasted from whatever link I got.
No. I mean, go to level 2, right up above you. Copy the whole logic and paste it inside of level 3.
Oh, I see.
Not the name of the function and all. I just mean, oh, you know, like copy the whole thing and we'll change, the name of the function to level 3. Okay, and then paste it instead of the other function. Yeah, paste it over that. Yeah, all right. Go to the end. You can paste it now. All right, now go to and change that to level 3. Okay, all right, okay. Now we can put the vector definition in. Yeah, do what you did last class. So after, yeah, so I'll change that to level 3. Say at, right? Say at. Yeah, level 3. Okay, now go to the end of line 155, hit enter. End of line 155, hit enter. One more. All right, and say vector of size t. No, vector angle bracket size t. Okay, angle bracket. No, and no angle bracket, and should be no spaces there. No angle, not square. Angle. That's less than angle. Yeah. And say size t, size underscore t. Right, and then close space. Nums. Okay, nums. NUMS. Okay, and open parentheses 9. Open parentheses 9. Okay, so this is going to contain our 9 numbers. Yeah. Now we're going to fill that with our numbers. Semicolon. Hit enter. Right now for size t, I equals 0, I less than nums dot size for yeah. No. Open parentheses. No. Open parentheses.
Sorry.
Yeah. Size t, I equals 0. I less than nums dot size I plus plus. Yeah.
Wait, do you want me to put it here?
Yeah. Size t, I space equals 0, semicolon. Yeah, semicolon. And then I less than and space. Yeah, space.
Outside or inside the parentheses?
Inside space. I less than. Yeah, good. Then nums dot size. That's a number of numbers inside of that. Okay. No, nums dot size, not size t, size, and then open close parentheses. That is a number of numbers, the size of that vector, and semicolon after that. Yeah, semicolon space. Plus I. Yeah. All right. And go to the end and space and curly brace. Oh, no curly brace. Just enter at the end. Go to the end and hit enter. Enter. Tab in. No. You have to tab in. No blank line above that. You got a blank line above that.
No blank. Okay.
Tab. All right. Now I say num square bracket I. Square bracket I. Yeah, equals. No. Outside, say equals. Outside. Yeah. Space equals. Space equals space. Yeah. And you say rand percent 1000. Okay. So, yeah. Space percent 1000. Okay. And now you on line 158 and on the far right hand side, you can put a comment saying fill our vector. Okay. Fill our vector. Okay, now you can get rid of 161 to 163. We don't need those 3 lines.
Do we need a semicolon here?
No, not there. If you put a semicolon there, the whole thing, those 2 lines are the for statement.
Okay, and then these lines?
Yeah, you can get rid of those. Okay, now here you say show the 9 numbers, okay, in a 3x3 matrix, okay, at the center of the screen. No, the comment, change the comment.
Yeah.
Show the 9 numbers, not the 3 numbers. Show the 9 numbers in a 3x3 matrix centered on screen in a
should I just delete?
Get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that. In a 3x3 matrix, centered on screen. Centered on screen. Okay. All right. Great. Now on the next line, yeah, get rid of research for Reddit and all. Okay, get rid of that. Okay. Now here you're going to do a for size t, I equals 0. No, you have indent and all. Okay, indent and make it clean. Okay. Now how are we going to do this? So what we'll do is yeah. Okay. This is what we'll do. Okay, so do this many times in your spare time so that you get used to it. The for statement, if statements, those templates should just be in your memory and mind all the time. You need a lot of practice. Everybody needs a lot of practice. So when you say for size t, it should automatically put the curly, parentheses and all. Okay, after the for, you should have a parentheses. Yeah. Okay, so space I equals 0, I less than nums dot size. Size, yeah, and then I plus I. Okay, and then now you're going to space curly brace because we're going to do some stuff in there. Okay, all right, yeah. Now, now tab in front of 163. Push 163 in. No tab. Yeah, I think you. Yeah, get rid of the 2 spaces after that. O stream. All right, okay. All right, now go to the end of that O stream and hit enter. Okay, now what you're going to do is OSS, and then you're not going to say your numbers are and all. Okay, get rid of your numbers are. No, on the next line. Oh, sorry. Yeah, get rid of. In fact, what we should do is get rid of that. Yeah, so much. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and get rid of the quotes and all. We don't need the quotes. Okay, set with 3. All right, and then instead of n1, you're going to say nums square bracket I. Nums square bracket I. Okay, and then no n2. Get rid of the n2. Okay, and so I put a semicolon there. Okay, and get rid of the next line, 165. And hang on, but push line 164 in. Push it in. Now that O stream OSS, I think should go outside of the for loop. Okay, so cut that and put it outside of the for loop. Not that O string OSS, the line above that. Okay, yeah, put it up. Put it there above the for loop. Yeah, put it there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now it puts it there. Right now go to the end of line 164 and hit enter. There's something else I wanted to do and I forgot, but I'll keep thinking about it. Okay. All right. Now here you're going to say if okay, open parentheses. And within parentheses you're going to say I plus 1 and I plus 1 shouldn't be in parentheses of its own. Yeah. 1 and then %3 equals 0, which means that every third number 0, 1, 2, right? It'll match. And then 3, 4, 5, it'll match. 6, 7, 8, it'll match, right? So these things, okay? Equals 0, double equals 0, okay? Not single equals, double equals 0. Okay, right? And then outside you put a curly brace, space curly brace. Yeah, here. No, open curly brace. Yeah, enter. Now here's what you're going to do. What was the previous center at you did level 3 and all these things? Oh, you don't have show headers and stuff for level 3 and level 2? Are you not showing headers? Where are you showing headers? Print headers and all. Oh, you are clear screen print headers. Okay, you are saying that. Okay, what are the line numbers we're using up so far? What line numbers do print headers use up?
153.
No, not the program numbers on the screen. Let's say, all right, if we're going to say I plus 1% 3 equals 0, you are Okay, go to line 162 and hit enter. Go to line 162 and hit enter. Okay, and say size t, matrix, no, current row, size t, current row equals, no, current underscore row equals, and then let's say we start printing the matrix at line 12. Okay, so in line 11 we should say your numbers are. Okay, all right, so current row equals 12. Okay, 12 semicolon, and on the previous line you're going to say yeah, what was our hit enter. What was center text in row, no, it should be a function called center underscore text in row. Yeah, open parentheses, and then within quotes you're going to say your numbers are. Okay, all right, okay, all right, semicolon at the end, and then this is 12, and here on line 168 you're going to say center text at current row. No, the first parameter is current row. The first parameter is current row. Yeah. Backspace and open parentheses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Backspace and then current row, comma, and then you're going to say oss.str. So it's going to get the 3 numbers in there. Okay, make that into a string, and it's going to show it centered on that line. Okay, close parentheses. All right, now you're going to clear OSS so that it'll start building up again from the first number. Okay, semicolon. All right, enter, and then you say oss.str. Okay, open parentheses, and then 2 double quotes, empty. Basically, you're saying whatever is an OSS, right? I printed it, now clear it, okay? So the OSS is empty, and the next 3 numbers can go in there now. 2 double quotes. Okay, and a semicolon at the end. No, 2 double quotes, not 4, right? Semicolon at the end, and then you're going to say plus current row, okay? Because the next row of numbers that needs to be printed is going to go on the next row, right? So on the next line, you're going to say plus current row. No space there, okay? It's attached the. Okay, semicolon at the end. All right, so what this is going to do is if you run this in your head, right, this is going to print, on line 11, it's going to say your numbers are. Line 12, the first 3 numbers. Line 13, the second 3 numbers. Line 14, the third 3 numbers. They will all be printed in the center of the screen. So it'll look like a 3x3 matrix. Now, if you run this in your head, are you able to see this? Because if you see something different, maybe I got a bug in here. Maybe it's not what we're talking about. So this is an exercise in actually saying, well, this is the picture I have in my head. How am I going to turn this into a program, into reality using a program? This is what we did. So, and we did this all, without any planning and notebooks and so on and so forth. So there could be errors in here. It's just practice in trying to bring that to paper or to a screen. So you got to run this in your head. In your midterm and your final, you won't be asked to code anything. However, you'll be given snippets of code like this. And you won't have time to cut it and paste it and adjust it and run it in a browser or online GDB or VS Code. You have to look at it and run in your head, because the answer to the question will be got by running the code, and then you'll be able to check the answers in the midterm. Okay, that is how the midterm is going to be. So already you're getting a tip about the midterm. In the midterm, even though you won't have to write any code, you'll have to look at code like this, run it in your head, and say, well, this is what the output is going to be. Okay, you won't have time to actually run it. Then you'll run out, you won't have time to do all the questions. You have to run. So you got to do lots of this in order to get into practice of just running code in your head. Okay, so can you run this in your head and tell me? Oh, by the way, close the for loop. Okay, you got to close the for loop. 171. Go to the close. Enter. Okay, and close it. Close the for loop. All right, and then get rid of 174. We don't need it. Get rid of it. Okay, now further down. Okay, now we got to calculate the mean. Okay, that has got to be done differently also. All right, so one more enter. Okay, and start a comment. Okay, calculate mean, calculate the actual mean, calculate the mean. Okay, all right, enter. I say total equals 0, total equals 0, double, float total equals 0.0, float total equals 0.0, 0.0, okay, semicolon. All right, and then put the for loop again. Wow, ask me that. You're getting a lot of practice writing for loops, okay? This is the third one you're writing today. Right? Everybody should write for loops and if statements many times, right? At least 10 or 15 times to get into the hang of this, okay? Like, I++ and semicolons, all of that should just come naturally, as though you're talking in, your native tongue to someone else. So you have to do a lot of this in order to practice that. Okay, so put the for loop for size t I equals 0, I less than nums.size, I++, total plus equals nums of I, yeah? Is it done?
Yeah.
Okay, on the next line, you're going to say, yeah, tab in, and no plus space, okay, just plus and attach. It's an operator and it's a unary operator, so it's very sticky. Yeah, you're going to say total plus equals space plus equals yeah, nums square bracket I. Did you do that? Semicolon. Right, and then on the next line you're going to say float mean equals no, you already have the line. Yeah, right, float mean equals, yeah, and you're going to say replace the numerator by total, the numerator, the whole thing, get rid of the float n1 plus n2 plus n3, and you don't need the float. It's already a float. You don't need to coerce the type anymore, right? So you can just say total. No, you don't need parentheses, just total. Yeah, and instead of saying 3.0 or 9.0, you're going to say nums.size. Okay, nums.size. That is the actual mean, whether it's 9 numbers or 15 numbers or how many ever it is. This will give you the actual mean. Okay, so enter. Okay, no, just one enter. So I'm sorry. Okay, and now you're going to do the timestamp. Oh, I see. Center text in row. Now 10 will not be enough. So I think we should go to 15 at this point. Okay, guess the mean of the above numbers within 5 seconds. Okay, 15. I think row 15, because we got 11 and then 12, 13, 14. Make that 16 or blank line. Okay, all right. Center text in row, guess the mean of the above numbers within 5 seconds. Okay, float guessed mean. All right, C and guessed mean, unsigned. Okay, everything else is the same. Scroll down.
I think you need a parentheses after the nums.size.
Where is it?
On the float mean line.
179.
Yeah, 179. At the end of the line.
Oh yeah. Open close parentheses. Thank you. Was it Byron?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Float mean. Okay. Unsigned. All right. Great. All right. All right. So if TS2 is greater than TS1, how come we're missing the messaging here? I thought we had messaging in level 2. What happened to that? I remember writing it. Go to level 2. Go to level 2. Did you guys change things in level 2? If it was greater than 5 seconds, we had a message there. Further down. If it there you go. If it was greater than 5 seconds, where's the message for greater than 5 seconds? If TS2 minus TS1 is greater than 5, we had a message there. I think you guys took it out. Did you? All right, copy line 136 and put it there. Yeah, triple click.
And put it where?
TS2 minus TS1 is greater than 5. After TS2, after 129. All right, now unintended center, yeah, put it, and then get get rid of the blank line underneath. Yeah, you got indented. You got to push it in. Center text in should. Okay, return 0 is okay, but sorry, I'm pretty sure I remember we had a message there that is sorry you took this many seconds and not 5. Okay, I'm pretty sure we put that message there. Someone should have taken it out. Okay, so change that message. Center text in row. Sorry, you took TS2 minus TS1 seconds. No, you took, and then TS2 minus TS1 should be outside of the
I
quotes.
think it's in level 1.
Was it in level 1? Let's pick it up from level 1 and paste it here. Okay, don't code it again. Yeah, but I thought we didn't we copy level 1 and put it in level 2? Oh, I see. You had to adapt level 2 for level 1, and then we just ran with what you had. You forgot this. Okay, I just copy this entire thing and put it there. And I think, you know what, you also need, yeah, that's fine. It's going to exit the game, so you don't need to sleep there. Okay. Where's level 2? Put it in level 2 as well as in level 3.
Yeah.
You can triple click and put the whole thing there. Oh, I see. Is that right? Yeah. And you need the same thing in for level 3 as well. No, for level 3, you need that line on line. Yeah, copy that, triple click and copy that line. Triple click and copy the line. All right, now go to level 3. And where it says TS2 minus TS1 on line 190, right? Yeah, go to the beginning of the line, or you need a blank line above that. Hit enter. Now go up and go to the beginning and paste. Go to the left, and then paste. Now paste. No, you didn't go all the way to the left. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is what it is. Now you can, when you refactor these things, it'll all be, you'll only have one of these and everything will be clean, but we just need to make sure all the functionality is there. Okay. So now this should, if we manage to reach level 3, it should give us a pretty little matrix right in the middle. Okay. And it will allow us to guess. Level 4, I'm going to leave as exercise to you. What time is it now? 7:43. Okay. All right. So level 4, make a note. Okay. And you guys are going to do this over the next couple of days and post a version of Meanie. Okay. By the way, I think one of you got the spelling wrong. It's not MWENII. Yeah, maybe Tristan got the spelling.
That was me, but I looked it up online for the spelling.
Okay. All right, that's okay. Meanie is fine. Either way. Okay, so you're going to do the next level. All of you guys. Okay, not just Byron and Tristan, all of you. You're going to do the next level. This next level 4 is going to give you the same matrix. Exactly like this, level 3. Basically, copy level 3. That's your level 4. Except that when it shows you those numbers, it's going to sleep for, I don't know, 4 seconds. Okay, and maybe you can put a message saying you can look at it for 4 seconds. After 4 seconds, it is going to blank out just the numbers. You don't have to do a clear screen because all your prompts and everything will go. It'll just blank out those numbers. And in order to do that, it's very easy. You're going to do exactly the same for loop as before with the OSS and, put things in there, except instead of numbers, you're just going to put 3 spaces. Okay. So you're going to space, and you're going to put the space bam like that. Okay. So a square of spaces is going to go where the square of numbers was. It'll just overwrite the numbers. So level 4 is going to be the same as level 3, except it'll show the numbers. And after a certain number of seconds, it'll just disappear the numbers. And you got to guess. Okay. So it'll show you the numbers for maybe 2 seconds, and you got 3 seconds to guess. Something like that. Play with the timings and things like that. Okay, that's your level 4. That's your homework and extra credit opportunities. You should absolutely take it up and code it. Okay. And by the way, I know we didn't get a chance for Amir, and who else was supposed to code today? Amir and
I was supposed to go next time, Professor.
Oh, you were supposed to go next time. Who else was on the on the list today? Basha, Fatima, Sophia. Oh no, Sophia coded last class. Agnes. Actually, everybody's got a chance to code after. So after Mira's done, everybody's got a chance to code today. By today, is that right? Well, nobody's answering. Has everybody had a chance to code except Mira?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I've coded.
Who?
It's hard to ask. I'm just gonna say that I have coded. I don't.
You have, yeah. All right, okay, so that's great. So after mirror codes next Tuesday, we'll go back. Everybody will, get a second chance. Again, we'll pick at random, okay? And some people get more chances than others. That's fine. But I want everybody, every single person in class who comes to class and attends class, gets the participation points, and participates like this, okay? At least staying active in class like this, watching things, and they all get a chance to code. Okay, now shall we try running this so that we can, I can describe my strategy and maybe you will come up with your own strategy for beating the game. It should remain hard at 5 seconds, okay? Don't try to stretch it so that it'll be easier for people to play and all. I think it should remain hard at 5, and then we should, gradually by playing like 50 or 60 times, we'll be able to beat it. I'm pretty sure, okay? Imagine how cool it'll be that if you played this game like 50 times, okay? And then you manage to get through to level 5. And you take it to your dinner table, okay? You're sitting with your date, or someone, and say, hey, I got to code it up a game. You want to play it? Or maybe on an iPhone or iPad, maybe you got to, right? And you play it, and they're not able to do it in 5 seconds, but you can. And you say, well, that's it, okay? And they'll say, oh my God, you're a natural. And you can say, no, I'm not natural because I was just like you. But, I spent 50 times, I don't know, a few hours playing this game, and now I'm so good, okay? And that is a fantastic way for you to convince yourself that, well, with effort, anything is possible, even things that look impossible. Because right now you may think that, you know what, I'm never going to win this game. It's 5 seconds. I can never get the average in 5 seconds, okay? But if you play it enough times, you'll notice that even level 3 or level 4 with the 3x3 matrix and the number disappearing, even that you can crack in 5 seconds, okay? If you play it enough times, because you'll work out a strategy. Right, I'm going to give you a very simple strategy today, which I think worked for me in the 10 times or so that I played Byron's game. So I think you'll find it to work also. Okay, but you'll find better strategies than this too. Okay, all right. So now let's play this game and let's see how it looks. Okay, so increase the size of the console below, and then we'll try and run it. Well, first make sure let's make sure it compiles. Okay, without any errors.
Is level 4 just blinking matrix?
Level 4, I think. Yeah, blinking matrix. No, I see. Level 4 is blinking. No, just make it blink and then disappear altogether.
You don't want to make it like 3x3x3?
No, 3x3, and then blink and make it disappear. Blinking is just warning that it's going to disappear. You can either make it disappear straight away or blink and disappear. But I think that blinking by itself is not enough of a challenge. Because, you got the persistence of vision and, persistence of memory, blinking, it doesn't seem to, I don't think it'll matter that much. But blinking and disappearing together, I think is enough of a step up. Or just disappearing too is fine too. Right, so your numbers are, it needs a row number. It's missing the row number. Where is it? Line 164, 164. Oh, where is it showing? Where? Oh, I see. Your numbers are, and I think we decided on line 16, row 16. So center text in row 16, comma, 16, comma. No, not there, not that. No. Center text in row, the first parameter is 16. First parameter is 16. 16, comma. Right, what other errors do we have? Right, what other? Too few arguments to function. This is line 64. Oh, that's the same error. Okay. What else? What else? Oh yeah, it's just showing us the same thing. Just compile it again. But it still says 169. You've got this too. Oh, where 169? Where's 169? Oh, I see. I see. I see. That should say current row, comma. Oh, OSS.str should have str parentheses, open close parentheses. Okay. Run it again. Oh, you got a typo, not current row, current. I think you got a current on line 171. No, not current, current. On line 171, it should be current.
Oh, I see.
Right, run it again. Okay, center text add. What is it saying? Center text at was not declared in the scope. Oh, center text in row, not center text at, sorry. Center text in row. In row. I think there's one more of those, maybe in level 2. No, I don't know. It'll run it. It'll tell us which row. Where does it say unexpected constructor, destructor, or type conversion before semicolon token? Where is it? Oh, you don't have a type. So you say void clear screen. It's not saying void clear screen. How did it run before? I'm surprised. Space, yeah. And then even print headers doesn't seem to have a type.
I think that's bits of like the old function that got deleted.
Yeah, I think this was supposed to be level, like she copied it from level 2 and then she
like there's bits that you can just delete from like 211 down to whatever line it goes down to.
Something funky is going on here. Where is what is this code? Where is this coming from? Oh, you can just delete all these.
Delete all of this.
I don't know. It seems like a mess here. Can you just increase the size of the code again? I think the code seems to have gotten messed up really bad.
I think it's just a copy of one of the levels down there.
Get rid of line 211 downwards, okay? Oh no, this seems to be right. No, wait a sec. This seems to be what we worked on. Isn't this what we worked on? Isn't this level 3?
I think
Where
in
is
the
level 3? Where's your level 3 code? Show me your level 3 code. Where is level 3? Oh, no, wait. That is level 3. Okay, let me check this. Okay, clear screen, print headers, and so on and so forth. Show the 9 numbers. Center text in row. All right, yeah, this is the correct one. Okay, this is the correct one. Further down now, let's delete the other one. Okay. Yeah, get rid of that. I don't know where that came from. Just get rid of that. All the way to main, okay? Okay, I don't know where that came from. Maybe you didn't delete it before. Okay, run it. Okay, all right, now you increase the size of the console and let's run it. Okay, increase the size of the console. Okay, now run it and then enter, try to guess, okay? Asmita, you're running it, right? Run it and then your 5 seconds starts immediately, okay? And so you should guess and try to guess within 5 seconds what the average should be.
You need to click stop and then start again.
How come? What's going on here? What happened here? It didn't say success and so on. This is level 2. Well, so all right. What happened here was she got some points for it, and then it went to level 2 without giving us, hooray or anything, or even that message. And so let's go to level 0, level 1 again, and make some changes. Go to level 1. Go to level 1. Yeah. Now, guess the mean. Further down, scroll down. All right. All right. So sorry. No, wait a sec. All right. If level, and then hooray, well done. Okay. Before the guys, scroll down a little bit more. All right. Okay. Now on line 97, hit enter. All right. Now say, well, something happened here. Hit enter. Oh, yeah. Right. Say center text in row. Right? And then open parentheses. Actually, just copy line 91 and paste it there. Copy line 91 and paste it there. Yeah, and then line it up properly. Line it up properly, right? And then say you guessed, and then instead of get rid of that and say mean the mean was. So full stop space the mean was. Full stop space the mean was, right? You need a full stop and then space. Period, space. You need a period and then a space. Okay, it'll print the actual, and then you can also say you got this many points. Okay, so on the next line, you can say center text in row 14. Center, yeah. All right, and you say you earned. Okay, you earned, and then toString. I think it should say score. ToString score. And then the rest of it should say points. Yeah, points. All right, and get rid of the two-string mean and all. And the space before after points, because you won't see it. Get rid of the space after points. Okay, all right. So sleep 3 and return score. And we need the same thing for level 2 also. So copy lines 98 and 99. Yeah, and put it in your level 2 and level 3 also.
Would it be
Enter. Enter one more. No, not there, not there. Yeah, enter. Not there, not there. I'm sorry. Just before the sleep, Same as the previous one. Yeah. I just noticed that, you need to clean it up a bit more, because here, if your score was greater than 9.9, it's already going to say that. And so you don't want to say it 2 times. In fact, what you can do was get rid of line 146, get rid of line 146 altogether. Triple click and delete, triple click, delete. Okay, so you can do the same thing in the previous one too. Oh, your curly brace is now out of line. Yeah. Curly brace, yeah. Okay, you can do the same thing for line level 1 also. Get rid of that line. There you go. Yeah, all right. Do the same thing for the previous level also. No, on line 91, get rid of line 91. Triple click and delete on line 91. No, not. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I see. What is the difference between 95 and the other one? So if score is greater than 9.9, what did we do differently on the other one in level 2? Level 2, 9.9. Hooray, you hit the nail on the head. That's all, right? I say that's exactly what we want to say in the other one also. Yeah, triple click that line, and that's what we want to say in the previous one also. Yeah, triple click there, triple click and paste this line. 3 clicks and then paste. Three clicks.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay, 3 clicks on hooray, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, I already pasted it.
Oh, you pasted it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, all right. All right, okay. So level 1, level 2, and is there a similar line in level 3? Let's do it there too. Yeah, get rid of line 200. Get rid of line 200. Delete line 200. No, that's not the line. Put it back. Oh, I said 200. I can't see clearly. It's 208. I'm sorry. Get rid of 208. Right, and then I think it goes above the sleep, right? So get the 2 lines that you pasted from the previous one again. Go to your previous function and get those 2 lines. There and on there. You guessed, right? You guessed and you earned. Okay, those 2 lines should go before the sleep here also. Yeah, put those 2 lines there. Did you have those 2 lines for level 1? I think for level 1 you only had 1 line. So I think this was missing. Go to your level 1. It's there, isn't it? No, I think it's there. It's there, it's clean. All right, now let's increase the size of the console and run it and see what it looks like now. Okay, here's my trick, okay, the strategy that works for me. First of all, if you spend time, what's going on? It's just syntax error. You need to curly brace and all, the closing parentheses. I think you're missing it. Line 99. Line 99. At the end of line 99, before the semicolon, you need a closing parentheses. Yeah, and you need it in the other places too, where you copied and pasted. Level 2 and level, whatever. And one more. Okay, run it now. Anyway, before you run it, here's, if you spend more time trying to think of the correct number, you obviously will lose it because it'll take more than 5 seconds. Okay, so the trick to come up with something that'll give you a score and allow you to move on is they're all going to be 3 digits. Okay, so just take the average of the first 2 numbers. Only the first 2 digits, all right? 7 and 4. Okay, the average of 7 and 4 is 5.5. Is it 5.5? 11. All right, 5.5. So you're going to say 550 or something like that. Okay, just take the average of the first 2 numbers, and then, you know, we'll pull something out of thin air to get the right thing. Okay, all right, run it now. How come there are so many errors? Oh, it's not a curly brace. It's the, you put a curly brace instead of closing parentheses.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, all of this is just practice. Okay. So initially, when you're doing C++, especially if you're coming from other languages, you do this kind of thing. Okay, you get symbols mixed up. Sometimes you miss out on parentheses. And okay, all right. You see how the strategy works. Okay, now she's got into level 2. Right now, all right. Wow. Okay. All right. So it seems to be working. It seems to be working. You need to play with the spacing a bit. Okay. There's, you know, a whole lot of white space and then these 3 numbers, this matrix. All right. So adjust all the spacing and all these things. But the strategy is to just take the average of all the first numbers. Okay. And if you have a matrix like that, take the average of the first 3 numbers, take the average of the second 3, take the average of the third 3, and then take the average of that. Okay. And that'll also let you ace this level. Okay. So it seems to be working. This is slightly harder, obviously. 6, 2, and 3 is 9 over 2. You know, the 5 for the first row. I don't know, 7. All right, okay. It is getting harder. Okay, 8 for the second row and so on. But yeah, I think it's easier to guess. Okay. Well, when you have 9 numbers, if you have 9 numbers, odds are very high that the average is around 500. Okay. Think of the central limit theorem. I don't know, statistics, you probably learn about the central limit theorem. Okay. No matter what the underlying distribution is. Okay, if you take the average of a sufficient number of numbers from that distribution, okay, and that will actually form a normal distribution around the mean of the original, okay, a Gaussian distribution. So if you get 9 numbers, the average is going to be very close to 500. Okay, if you take 2 numbers, it's closer to 500, not exactly 500. The more numbers you take, the closer the average is to 500. So you can use that. So, you know, you can use all these strategies, just taking the first 2 numbers, and using central limit theorem to get close to 500. Okay, those are all strategies you can use to win the game. Okay, so I think it's really cool. It's going to work out nicely, I think. You got enough in here to build level 4, which is to flash, you know, also with Byron's colors maybe, right? And also look at the spacing and make it look nice and all. Okay, right now it's kind of, all right. So fix that. In fact, refactor the code so that it's cleaner and there's only one play level function, which takes the level as a parameter. All of those things you can do, right? So there's plenty of scope for you to sink your teeth into this and you just play around, okay? And that is how I can tell if you really enjoy programming or you just want to get through this class for, you know, some grade and do something else. Because, you know, if you enjoy programming, if programming is something that you want to do in your life later on, then I know that, well, you know what, this person is likely to really do that because they're interested in programming. They just don't want to get through this class and say, well, you know, I, along with a million other people, passed this class. So we are technically supposed to know C++. Don't ask us whether you really know C++, okay? Because I just got a certificate, but, you know, I did the class. What's the point in doing a class like that? There are students like that, unfortunately, every quarter, okay? Who just want, you know, the certificate or, you know, the credential saying, I did it, without actually learning anything. But, you know, the way that instructors find out if the students are actually learning is to see if they're enthusiastic and trying things out. Because if you're interested and you're keen and you're curious to find out what's going on, okay, and you're trying variations, that means you are cut out to be a computer programmer. In 5 years, I can look for your name in a newspaper and say, hey, you know what, Varsha or Mohammed or someone, they created a cool game. And I'm pretty sure they did it, you know, legit, okay? Because they actually displayed this genuine curiosity about programming, computer science, how these things work. So you can display that by being proactive and cutting code and taking, you know, this kind of thing. If when I was a student, if a professor had given something like this to me, you know, we'd all be jumping over it and saying, well, you know, there's so many places where you can bite off and develop it and turn it into something really cool, including, if you're inclined to do so, turn it into a mobile game on an iOS or something, especially with ChatGPT's help. Yeah, so there's so much scope for doing these things. If you don't do it, all it means is that you're really not into computer science. You're just in this class to get a certificate and move on. Okay, so that means if you really want to make computer science your future, or computational thinking, right? Doesn't matter if you're a programmer or not. Computational way of thinking about solving problems, which is fundamentally different from analytical one-shot bang solutions like in mathematics. Computer science is, a way of thinking that says, it's like an adult deferment of gratification, saying, well, you know what? I know I can get it if I wait patiently and, do it step by step. It's going to take 5 days, but at the end of 5 days, I'll have it. But, young people may not have that patience and say, well, if I'm not going to get it immediately, I'm not going to do it. That is a bad approach, right? But that programmatic way of thinking lets you develop that mindset, saying, well, you know what? I can't get it immediately. Is there a way I can get it in 5 days, provided I can wait for 5 days? Well, not really 5 days, but basically saying, is there a way to get it in n steps, provided I can wait for n steps? That is computer science, right? And computer science grows on top of that, saying, well, I can get it in n steps. Can I get it less than n steps? How few steps can I use to get the answer? All of those are real hardcore computer science. That is what makes, all the neural nets and all these really fancy things that you're working with today, is that way of thinking. Saying, well, I'm not getting the answer here, but it has to pass through these layers being recalculated at each end. Okay, and then I get the final answer. All of these are computational ways, and by just taking things that are presented to you, and again, you've got to appreciate the difference between a project like this that I give you in class, which actually has lots and lots of scope for improvement, and actually we've worked on it in class together, as opposed to maybe a lecture saying, well, this is how you do the different statements, these are the different things, now take your textbook and there's 10 exercises in the end, go and do those exercises. Okay, that is like, dry as a biscuit. But most instructors might do that, saying, well, you know what, this is what you do, and work on these exercises. And if you cannot tell the difference in the value you're getting from this mode of instruction that says, here is a lot of goodies for you to work on, okay? And saying, well, not really goodies, you just basically lost a lot of goodies, really, right? You don't get the opportunities like this. So here's what I'm saying. Take this opportunity, cut code, every one of you. Okay, Raphael just joined us. So hopefully he'll watch the video, because there's a lot of, Linuxy stuff in here that you could do, Raphael, and actually release in the, Linux Reddit or some Linux social network. Saying, hey, here is a fun game that you can play on a dumb terminal. Okay, you can do that. On a Fedora Red Hat forum, people will actually be interested, I'm pretty sure, because, I played it, it was very catchy. So please watch the video, Raphael, later on. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. And even though other instructors may not say it, that's what they're also looking for. Okay, it's not just that you're working through all the assigned exercises and getting them in on time. Yeah, okay. But which of you are really going to make the mark and you're going to be famous later on? Okay, the signs of that are visible to instructors who actually look at your work and say, this guy is really interested. Okay, they're doing that thing out of their own desire to get better at it. Okay, so that's the kind of person that people will keep an eye on, saying, all right, what's the next cool thing they're going to build after they graduate? So those are really what makes you also much better equipped to handle some of the big things that you will be assigning yourself, right? Because later on, after you graduate, you won't have an instructor telling you this is what you got to do, right? You got to come up with an idea and be curious enough about the idea to start doing this and doing this. So this is all practice, baby things that you're doing, so to prepare you for doing your own thing in a high quality way later on. So take advantage of this, okay? So anyway, I think it's the end of class, probably past the end of class. It's 10 minutes past the end of class. Like, you guys have been here for a half hour more than, after class ended. So thank you so much for your patience. I'm glad we got to 2 people coding today, right? Saminka and actually 3, right? Asmita, Samita, and Sumit. 3 people coded. So next class, Mir on Tuesday. And then, maybe 2 other people from before. We'll get a second chance after that, okay? So we'll do it like that. Was this class useful? Did you get useful things out of this class? Okay, all right. Jesse got a thumbs up. All right, Aiden. All right, great. Saminka, was this useful? Yeah. All right. So everybody, yeah. All right. Okay. Great. Hey, Agnes, were you just touching your nose or was it a thumbs up? All right. Thumbs up. Okay. Andre, can't see you. Tristan, Varsha. All right. You guys are good. Okay. All right. So if this class was useful, I want to see all of you back on Tuesday. And before that, over the weekend, you got a lot of time. Do much better versions of this game, including saying I refactored it to have only one play level, okay, which takes level as a parameter. All of those things up for you. And if you're feeling up to it, use Byron's thing to color code and make it all look jazzy and nice, okay? And that'll be fun. Maybe next class, I'll show you how to do a fork, okay? A system level call, and then do a timer and things like that. But this way, I think is better. Because if you have a timer, people won't be looking at, oh, I got to find the mean. Oh, my time is running out. Mean, time is running out. They'll run out of time, okay? So instead, if you don't show the timer and say you got 5 seconds, they'll just focus on the mean and get it. Okay, timer will just add anxiety and stress, all right? So just like exams and things like that. All right, it's up to you. You experiment and find out, okay? So thank you, Asmita, okay, for coding. Share that URL. Also share the URL on the Reddit. And say, and also put a summary saying these are the things we made and changed in our class. And so do all that. I think you'll have fun. I hope you have fun. And on Tuesday, what is it? Tuesday, this is week 5. Next week is week 5, is it? Yeah, next week is week 5. All right, we'll try and work on functions and different parameters, different ways of passing parameters and so on. And we'll try and come up with ways in which we can, I don't know, maybe a couple of games different from this, okay, that you leverage functions so that it'll allow us to talk about functions. What happens in the back end when you call a function? What is a stack? Maybe we'll talk about stacks, right? But and we'll talk about all of those things. It's fun and exciting. Okay, after we do that, week 6 is your midterm. We'll just do a review of all of the topics on the Tuesday and Thursday lectures, maybe. And week 7, we'll start talking about objects. Okay, classes and objects. That is C++. Until then, we're just doing C. Yeah. So week 7 is when real C++ begins. We start starting classes and objects and how to interact from object for object. More power. Okay, more power by hiding more things away that you don't need to worry about. That is really what it is. It's great fun. Once you get the hang of it, it is great fun. Until then, you got to learn to scale the wall. Okay, and that is the bit that takes a little bit of time and effort. But you got to bite the bullet and bear with it and trust yourself, saying, well, if I stick with this long enough, I'm going to be a star because I can do whatever I want without having to rely on other people. Okay. You don't have to hire talent and so on. Even if you do hire talent, you'll know what they need to do, right? So you'll tell them this is what I need. Okay. And besides, only if you know really good programming, you can get something like ChatGPT to do a good program for you. Because if you give it loose specs in a way that is not, coming from a programmer, ChatGPT might even give you inefficient code because you haven't given it a good enough prompt. That a prompt that is designed by a programmer who knows what needs to be done will be much different from a prompt that is given by someone saying, oh, code me up a game that, has blue and green and orange in it. All right. Some vague hand wavy thing. Right. So then you'll get a vague hand wavy program out of any automaton. Right. So the answer is only as good as a question. And in order to ask the best question, you got to be good yourself. Okay. That is why, out there also, if you're a manager of software engineers and you're not better or as good as the software engineers, you're out of your job and, in good reputable companies. Managers need to be engineers and programmers themselves because, they can't ask someone who knows how to do these things to do things without getting their respect. Okay. And
Wait, Professor.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
But what do you have to say about like non-technical product managers? Because a lot of the times they'll ask developers to implement this by unreasonable deadlines.
Yeah, then they don't know what they're talking about. Okay,
So-
and then the developer should basically say, no, it's not possible.
Yeah, but
Because the developer has to, if you're a good developer, you know exactly how long and how much effort something will take. And if you
Right.
don't know, you're going to say, all right, let me think about it, come back tomorrow, and I'll have a better estimate.
right. But when you mentioned that like managers themselves need to be engineers, I just feel like there's a lot of cases where you don't really have an option, right? Like you'll have an MBA
Yes,
manager.
unfortunately, that's the case, that you may end up working for a non-engineer manager who doesn't have any clue what they're asking for, and they'll ask for the moon or the stars when it's not actually possible. Yeah, in that
Right.
case, you just have to push back. And again, if you know computer science, if you know how to program, you can push back. and say, because you know how long it's going to take, right? With someone who doesn't know programming, we just squeak through and, with a certificate saying, I know how to do this. And a manager says, yeah, you can do it. You can do it in 3 days. They don't know that they can do it and they cannot do it in 3 days. They think it's going to take, I don't know. So they can push back saying, no, this is going to take much longer. They'll have to take the manager's word for it because they don't know. So that is why in all cases, it is important for you to know what you need to do. That way you can push back against a manager who doesn't know what needs to be done. Otherwise, you can push back.
Have you ever had a situation where you had like an unreasonable manager who didn't understand, the technical implementation?
I've been out there working in the industry and all. In many cases, my managers were highly technical people, but in a couple of cases, I did end up working for managers who didn't actually know what the hell was going on. So I just told them, this is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No matter, you can put more resources on it too, it's not going to happen. You'll be in a position where you can actually confidently say that. And you can explain it to them too on the whiteboard. But if you didn't know how these things work, you won't be able to explain it.
Wait, but what if you don't like when you push back? I'm assuming you at that point had a strong career capital, right? But what if you're just like some junior developer?
If you're a junior or an intern, there are two cases. Either you know your stuff or you don't. Yes. If you don't know your stuff, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you know your stuff, even if you're a junior, the manager who is not technical will greatly appreciate you explaining it in detailed terms. Because if you know your stuff, you can explain it even to someone who's not technical. Because you can actually keep on breaking it down until it's simple enough for them to understand. Because you know the whole thing from the beginning to the end. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that way, the manager who's not technical will also gain a level of respect for their subordinate who is actually highly technical and say, well, when in other cases, they'll come and ask you, all right, I want to ask this person to do this. Do you think it's a good idea? So you automatically become a senior in the team, even though you're not formally a senior already, because you're the go-to person who knows how long things take to get done.
Okay.
So you got to learn all these fundamentals in order to have a happy career, happy life out there where people are not treading over you all the time. If you don't know your shit, people will walk over you out there. Okay. Because they know that, you ask them to do something, they're not going to be able to defend themselves. They'll do it or do it.
Professor?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a bus to catch. Is it all right?
All right, Mir. Sorry.
No.
Okay, I didn't mean to keep you guys so long.
No.
Thank you for your patience, by the way. Okay, for sticking around and all. It's almost 8:30. Yeah, people should be feel free to go. Those who have questions to ask and stick around and ask me questions.
Thank you, Professor. Have a good weekend.
I'll go after the last person has gone. Okay, thank you all for sticking around.
I actually kind of have a quick question.
Yeah, sure, Enzo.
Okay, so while we were doing this whole class thing, I was sort of going ahead and coding a bunch of stuff and on the project and going ahead with it. So I do have one question, which is related to getting the 4th level going. So you know how you said to do blinking and stuff and then have text saying yeah, all this stuff. You wanted us to be able to input and the timer going while it's blinking, right?
No, don't put the timer, because the timer involves forking the code and having a parent process just updating the timer place alone.
Okay.
Don't do that, okay? Don't put the timer
why
saying
not?
5, 4, 3, 2 and all. It's going to be overkill at this point.
Just because it's a lot to learn? Or
No, it's not a lot to learn. It's like 3 lines or 4 lines of code. But it's conceptually, you got to get used to this concept of forking the code, which is very Unix and Mac specific right now. It's probably available on Windows too, multitasking systems. So you got to fork the code and have the parent update some part of the screen and the child just carry on with the normal logic of the game. It'll take I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes to explain and have coded up. So that's why I said if we have time at the end of some other class, I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, yeah, because I was while we were doing it, I was ChatGPT and trying to figure it out, and it was saying that basically you have to make threads. So you make
Threads will do the same thing. Threads will basically do the forking for you. Yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I am wondering is, do you know there's something called atomic, and inside atomic there's atomic bool. What is that exactly? Just
So when you have multiple processes accessing the same variable, so multiple threads running, right? Accessing the same variable, maybe, you know, this is trying to read it while that is trying to write it. And it could be in an indeterminate state because it's half written, half, right? Like a vector has to be filled from 0 to 10. And this is, you know, filled 1 to 5 and hasn't changed the other 5. And this grabbed the 10.
Like trying to edit the same thing.
Yeah. So you need to lock the vector and say, well, I'm handling the vector. Nobody read or write to it now until I'm done. When I'm done, I'll mark it as free. Then you can take it. So that entire operation is called atomic because it can be divided. Someone can get into it.
Okay.
Right?
So it's basically when you have these multiple things communicating with each other, you're able to have this that sort of says, hey, we're going to make this system better by just like having one person at a time go through it.
Yes. So it's those are atomic operations. Maybe in a later C++, you can declare a variable as atomic, meaning it'll automatically internally support that, you know, it has single access locking and everything internally. But you can enforce it using, you know, what are called semaphores or, you know, or Boolean flags that say this is locked, this is unlocked, and so on.
And then with the actual code itself, so that was like sort of going ahead to level 4. With the code itself, there were a few errors that I was like working through. So one of them was, you know how we said if your score is less than 0.1, you don't have enough to advance, but then if your score is more than 9.9, you said, hooray, you got it correct.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we have put the stuff about you guessed what the actual mean was in an else statement rather than just an entirely separate thing? So it doesn't have like two. Yeah, it was like entirely separate. And I put it in an else thing so that you don't send like 2 messages if you were to get more than 9.9 or something.
Okay, yeah. All right, play around with that. Okay, I can't quite imagine exactly how that thing looked. But play around with it to get the, you know, nice aesthetic effect.
Yeah, because we removed else if, and it wasn't needed at the time, but then I realized you sort of have to put it back so that the else works properly to have it only go one at a time, versus having all 3. So that was one of them. The one other one was, you know how we have 4 levels or 4 cases, and the 4th case is congrats, you're officially a meanie.
4 cases?
We have 4 cases for the switch, and the 4th one is congrats, you're officially a meanie.
Yeah. I think it should be 5 now. Oh no, if you pass 4, it should be you're a meanie.
Yeah, so one thing that I had to change with it was, you know how we update the score for total score plus equals score at the bottom to make sure it doesn't like trigger twice, because essentially when you play the 3rd level, you like it goes through, adds a score, and then goes back and then adds the same score again. It got doubled.
Okay, so yeah, please, fix those things. Make it nice, right? Especially if you or Rafael is going to release a Linux version, you know, on the Fedora network or something like that. Button up all these things, make it look nice.
Yeah. And then the last super quick one, but maybe the biggest is, you know how our score calculation was guess mean minus mean divided by 500. Why did we divide it by 500? Like, why did we have to divide by anything?
The reason we divided by 500 is because our numbers span the range from 0 to 1,000. Yes.
Yeah.
So the mean, especially with the central limit theorem, and the more numbers you pick, the real mean is going to be around 500. So the guess is going to be, the difference between the guess and this mean is going to be, you know, between 0 and 500.
Yeah, but like one thing I don't quite understand with that is, let's say we have like let's just put it in some numbers, right? So say you guess the mean of 500, the actual mean was 1,000. So then that's 500 over 500.
Can't be 1,000. You know, let's say the actual mean was 900.
Okay, sure, 900. So then it goes 400 difference divided by 500. So then that would be 4/5 or 0.8.
Yeah,
but then in our calculation, 0.8 would net you a score of 6.7.
Oh,
despite being 400 odd.
Oh yeah, 6.7 is good. Yeah, 6.7 is good.
Even though 400 is like the largest difference, like you literally can't be beneath.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's what you should do. All right. You played around with the Desmos, right? We did this in the previous class. So play around with that curve, e
Yeah.
to the x, and fiddle around with the 0.5 and things like that, such that the curve gives you the x-axis is the difference, and you know what the difference should be and what the score should be. Play around with those until you get a nice curve, and that's the curve you should use.
Yeah, I think like the easiest thing would probably be messing around with how much I divide it by, like how much I scale it by. So instead of scaling it by 500, you might scale it by like 100. So it's not like brutal. You still have like a bigger range, but
Okay,
right now
try
it's like you can't lose.
All right,
Like
okay.
you can literally do 1,000, and if it's 0, you know, the difference will be 2 because it's 1,000. Like if you guess the mean 1,000,
Oh,
the
I
actual
see.
mean is
So it's the
0.
difference.
1,000 divided by 500, 2, and then that still gets you a score above 0.1.
Okay.
Like you literally could not lose if you tried.
Yeah, totally. Try it, and especially if you make that change, you can follow up in the Reddit post with your reasoning for why you changed that and all. It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you on Tuesday then.
All right. Okay. No worries. Raphael, you should do a Linux version of this game. And
yeah. Hi, and I'm sorry. I got carried away. I was writing the Sharp-I my Sharp-I version.
Yeah. Okay. No worries.
I
Yeah.
just posted
Still
it
do
right now, but I didn't notice the time. I'm sorry.
No
That's why
worries. No worries.
I just connected.
Sharp-I and today's game, Mini. You should develop Linux versions and release in the on this, not Stack Overflow, but on some of the Linux channels.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work on that now.
All right.
Yeah, I got carried away with the last one.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I like to hear that. Okay.
I hope
So,
you
yeah, I
hope you
look
find
forward
it fun.
seeing these in the forum. Okay.
Okay. Well, good night.
Aiden, what's up?
Hi. All right. First of all, could I just have a quick refresher on what we're supposed to do for the fourth level? There's a blinking warning, and then is there anything else?
No, no, I think that's basically it. It's exactly the same as the third level, except that what it should do is when it presents the matrix, it should say you got 3 seconds to look at it before it disappears. You got to say that centered above the
And then
matrix.
at 1 second it starts blinking or something.
Yeah, at 2 seconds maybe.
At
You
2
know, show
seconds,
for
sure.
1 second, 2 seconds, and then blink for 1 second.
Mhm.
And blink, meaning blink with I think 100 milliseconds grid, 100 milliseconds blank. Like blink fast for 1 second, and then disappear.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. Also, I just wanted to talk about my participation score last week. To be honest, I felt like I put a lot of effort into my Sharp-I game, and I only got a 7.
Oh yeah, it should have been a 10. I thought you were absent in some of the classes, but you were there.
I've never been absent.
Yeah, okay. I'll update it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Just send me an email so that I don't forget.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, I certainly meant for you to get 10. Don't worry.
Cool. All right, awesome. I will hopefully do a level 5 or something this week.
All right, okay. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.